What's up, everybody? Hi, welcome to Self-Sufficient Urban Garden. Today we're going to talk about how to transplant a tree, and this is our new addition to the garden, to the side of the house. And this is a loquat tree, delicious fruit, and I'll show you later when it starts producing. But today, let's talk about how to transplant a tree. Alright, so we're here and today we're going to transfer this loquat tree here. Let me show you. It's a pretty big tree. We got it from a co-worker, my wife's co-worker. She gave it to us. You can see here the pot is pretty big, and we're going to transfer this to this side of the house here. So the way you do it, first you dig a hole, and you can see here it's a big hole that I dug, because you have to put the tree in. Usually the rule of thumb is that you're gonna have to dig twice as wide and just as deep. Because we have clay here, I dug a little bit deeper and I filled the bottom with my mulch and stuff that I have, compost. So now it is ready. Let me show you that. This is the measure. So about, twice as wide, just as deep. And we're almost ready to plant. Now the next step is for you to mix your compost or your soil that you buy with however type of soil you want, with the soil that you have here in your garden. So here I'm mixing my compost soil here with the clay that I have, and we're gonna mix it up, wet it, and then transfer the tree. All right, now that I have my soil here mixed with the clay, compost and clay, I'm going to wet it to make it moist before I put it in. And before I do that, I'm going to put some plant food with some good vitamins and stuff for the plants. So here I have about a 5-gallon worth of water. I'm going to put about 3 tablespoons. 2, 3. Then I'm gonna mix this up and put it in my soil, wet it, and then we can transplant. So let's do that. All right, so I just mixed the water here with that plant food. And now I'm going to mix it here in my soil. So now it's all about mixing and having it wet, but not too much. So now I mixed the water here with all the nutrients, and you can see it's moist. And I think a good way to see it, if it's moist, is when you hit it like this, and you can see, how moist it is. It's not really sandy anymore, so it sticks together. So this is a good point. Now we're ready to transfer our loquat tree. So let's do that. All right, now we have our tree here, and we have this big pot to get rid of. There are 2 ways of doing this. We can either remove the tree from in there and remove the pot and just leave the plant there, the tree in there, and the other way is to cut the pot and then just open it up and remove it. Now I'm going to use the first method. I'm going to just hold on to the plant because I think the tree, because I think the root system here is pretty strong and the tree is big enough. So I'm just gonna hold on to it, try to remove the pot from under it, and just place it. Now one thing that you need to know, that is a really good suggestion here when you're planting trees, you look at the roots inside the pot and I'm gonna show you that in a second. And you want to point the roots outward, because you know this tree is pretty big already in this pot, so the root system is probably tangled up. So if you can open it for the roots to go out, then they will go out and spread better, looking for water, and it will get a better root system down here. So let's do that. All right, so let me see if I'll be able to hold it up myself. Grab it with my right hand. There are basically two trees here, and I think their root system is tangled up. So let's see if we can manage to hold one and get the pot out at the same time. Here we go. Now let's put it back in place. All right, so we have the tree in place. Now, this is what I was telling you about the root system. It's nice to open up like this. See if you can get bigger ones like this one here, if you can make it point out. And we're gonna do this for a few more, especially the bigger ones here, the thicker roots. So let's do that all around, and hope the tree will be stronger that way. See how the roots, they go around. So if we can find which side is actually where it's starting, then we can point this root just outside so it can grow bigger and stronger. Even if you end up breaking some of the roots, that's okay, because there's just plenty in here. But it's really interesting. You see this big one here? If we can point it out like that towards water, you can see this is very moist soil. Then it will grow outside and will give the plant more leverage. Finally, I added some wood chips here to keep the moisture, and it's all ready to go. So now just water it maybe every 2 weeks and wait for it to produce some fruit. 2 weeks later, it's looking pretty good. So yeah, good addition to the side of the house. You might grow really big here, but that's the intention. And I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel and enjoy your garden.